Most people think of Google Maps as a navigation tool, but underneath it sits one of the most detailed business databases on the internet. Ratings, reviews, photos, opening hours, live busyness data, and even a business's own posts. The problem is, there's no official API to access any of it. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to pull all of it using ScrapeBadger's Google Maps API, and we'll follow one real pizza place in New York through all 5 endpoints to show you exactly what's possible. As always, ScrapeBadger offers a free trial. 1,000 credits, no credit card required. Sign up with Google, GitHub, or email, and you'll land straight on your dashboard with credits already applied. Let's create a fresh API key. I'll call it Maps Test. Click Create. Done. Now go to the dedicated scraper section and open the Google Maps API. On the left, you'll see 5 endpoints: Search Places, Place Details, Place Reviews, Place Photos, and Business Posts. We're going to use all 5 in sequence, starting with a search, then going deeper into the same place with each subsequent call. The first endpoint is Search Places. This searches Google Maps for businesses and places. Type your query into the search field. I'll use Best Pizza in New York. Now open the Parameters panel. There are 9 parameters here. GL is set to United States, HL to English, Page to 1. Under Advanced Parameters, the most interesting one is Type. Click the drop-down and you'll see a full list of business categories: restaurant, hotel, coffee, bar, museum, hospital, gym, and more. I'll select restaurant to filter results to food places only. Everything else we can leave as default. Let's execute. 20 results come back instantly. Look at this list. Position 1 is Nuovo York Pizza, rated 4.8. Position 3 is Nolita Pizza, also 4.8. And position 4 is Fermento Pizza NYC, a perfect 5.0 rating with 90 reviews. Every result includes the place ID, data ID, address, phone, website, GPS coordinates, price level, service options, atmosphere tags, crowd tags, and direct links to that place's reviews, photos, and posts, all in one search call. Notice those links at the bottom of each result: reviews link, photos link, posts link. These aren't just URLs, they're ready-made API paths you can call directly for the next endpoints. This is the workflow. Search once, then chain into as many detail calls as you need. Let's pick Nuovo York Pizza and go deeper. Take the place ID from the search result and switch to the place details endpoint. Paste it into the place ID parameter, leave HL as English, and execute. This is where things get genuinely interesting. We get 1,613 reviews, a 4.8 rating, full address and phone number, all service options, accessibility features, payment methods, standard stuff. But scroll down to popular times. This is the hidden gem of this endpoint. You get hourly busyness scores for every day of the week, scored from 0 to 100. Look at Thursday. At 11 a.m., the score is 62. By noon, it's at 87. At 1 p.m., it hits 100, as busy as it gets. At 2 p.m., still 97. Then it gradually drops through the afternoon. If you're building a tool that helps people decide when to visit, or a competitor analysis dashboard, or even just an internal ops tool to plan staffing, this data is right here, structured and ready to use. Now let's pull the reviews. Take the data ID from the place details response, switch to place reviews, and paste it into the query field. Open parameters. Sort by is set to most relevant, results to 10, HL English, GL United States. Under advanced parameters, offset is at 0 for the first page. Execute. 10 reviews come back, and they tell a real story. Multiple reviewers independently mention the pesto pepperoni. One says they fell in love with it. Another says it was heaven. A third called it the best they'd ever had. That's signal. If you're doing reputation monitoring or competitive research, patterns like this across hundreds of reviews are exactly what you'd want to extract automatically. You also get the reviewer's name, their Google contributor ID, their profile thumbnail, the date, star rating, and the full text. One review even caught my eye. An Italian reviewer politely pointing out that Nuovo York is grammatically incorrect in Italian, and it should be Nuova York. That kind of detail lives in reviews and nowhere else. The pagination field gives you a next page underscore token. Just pass that into the next call to keep going through all 1,613 reviews. Next is place photos. Same data ID in the query field. Parameters are simple: HL, GL, page size set to 50, and a next page token for pagination. Execute. The response tells us this place has 983 total photos. Each result gives you a thumbnail URL and a full resolution image URL. You can use category ID to filter by specific photo categories if you only want food shots or interior photos. For a place with nearly 1,000 photos, that filtering becomes very useful. And finally, the last endpoint is business posts. This returns the promotional updates and announcements a business publishes directly on their Google Maps profile. Most people don't even know these exist. Same data ID in the query field, one parameter, which is the next page token for pagination. Execute. 8 posts come back, and they're genuinely revealing. There's a post from May 1st that says, and I'm reading this directly, Friday until 4:30 a.m., Saturday until 4:30 a.m. Nuovo York doesn't close before New York does. That's a brand voice. There's a post about heart-shaped pizzas available year-round. There's a post breaking down the science of pizza dough. Sauce pH measured, viscosity tested every batch, dough fermentation controlled with precision. And there's a post from a food blogger tagging them for a Washington Square Sicilian pepperoni slice. This is content intelligence. If you're tracking how businesses communicate with customers or doing brand analysis at scale, this endpoint gives you the raw material. And that's the full workflow. 5 endpoints, 1 pizza place, completely mapped. From a single search query, you found the business, pulled its details and live busyness data, read its reviews, downloaded its photo library, and read its own published content. All clean JSON, all in a handful of API calls. We also provide SDKs in Python and JavaScript, so you can plug any of this straight into your own system. Find them on our website under Developers. Full documentation covers every parameter, response field, and pagination pattern for all 5 endpoints. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. It was a pleasure walking you through this. See you in the next one.